16th of September 2023. The president shared a list of names of those who perished in that attack, emphasizing that while these were the names known within the terrorist circles, their true identities might differ. The individuals listed included Kabuye Bashir, Mutagubia Ishmael, Julius, Kaze Huzidia, Nusufa Maga, Fisco Seguya, Yusufu Abdullah, Kwenzi Mando, Mbonera Akuli, Nampera Kasfa, Kuza Mzee, Kintu Kalinda Abora, Senteza Muzamiru, Mutasa Adam, and several others. Now, President Museveni's statement highlighted the success of these operations against the terrorists and reiterated the ongoing efforts to combat these threats posed by such groups in the region. The Uganda People's Defense Forces, UPDF, has withdrawn its forces deployed for a regional peacekeeping mission in North Kivu, Rutshuru General Area in the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo. The defense spokesperson, Brigadier General Felix Kulaije, confirmed that the exit of UPDF follows DRC's government's decision not to renew the mandate of the East African Community Regional Force beyond December 2023. We have the details.
A contingent of Uganda People's Defense Force UPDF have withdrawn from Democratic Republic of Congo, where they have been part of the East African Community Regional Force. Defense spokesperson Brigadier General Felix Kulaije has confirmed this report.
ECRAF, which is the East African Community Regional Interventionist Force, was created by East African heads of states to help DRC deal with the negative forces in Eastern DRC, particularly North and South Kivu provinces. As we speak, the mandate was up to 8th of December. When it expired, DRC refused to renew the mandate and preferred to invite SADC forces. The head of state summit agreed and they ordered the CDFs to meet the SADC CDFs and agree on what should be next. So we have left as required. We hope the SADC forces will take over from us.
The withdrawal comes after authorities in DR Congo did not extend the regional forces mandate beyond December. The East African Community Regional Force was deployed in November 2022 to free areas taken by M23 rebels who emerged from North Kivu province in 2021. Numerous armed groups and other militias have been active for decades in eastern part of DRC. But the withdrawal of the East African Community Regional Force does not affect Operation Suja against ADF conducted jointly by UPDF and Federal Army in Ituri and in North Kivu province.
There is a difference between Operation Shuja and the ECRAF. Shuja is a bilateral arrangement between the DRC government and the Uganda government, and therefore it's an operation carried out both by FRDC and UPDF.
Haruna Mtesasira, UBC News.
President Yoweri Museveni emphasized the imperative need for political and economic integration across Africa to effectively tackle the challenge of refugees on the continent. Uganda stands as a co-convener alongside France, Colombia, Japan, Jordan, and the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees for the 2023 Global Refugee Forum. The President's message, delivered by Uganda's Prime Minister at the opening of the second Global Refugee Forum in Geneva, Switzerland, stressed the urgency of unified action.
His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, in his message delivered by the Prime Minister Robin Anabanja, urged African heads of state and government to forge a formidable political unit capable of addressing the continent's challenges, highlighting that Africa should not persist as a theatre of humanitarian crises. Museveni drew attention to the robust economic and political entities in other continents like Europe and Asia, despite their differences.
Economic integration is the answer with aspirations for greater wealth and prosperity. Our chief interest should be to secure the survival and prosperity of our children and their children. There is no better guarantee for their future than working towards the political and economic integration of Africa. It ensures our strategic security and prosperity, the latter through integration of markets.
The president highlighted Uganda's transformation from being the fourth exporter of refugees when the NRM government came into power in 1986 to becoming the fourth largest host of refugees globally and the foremost in Africa. Museveni emphasized that the resolution to the refugee problem lies in democracy and the establishment of stable living conditions in every country.
In conditions of security, peace, and democracy is the cure to the global refugee crisis. Only this can remove the phenomenon of refugees. Our ideology of emphasizing interests instead of identity of religion, tribe, enabled our people to know what is primary and what is periphery.
President Museveni underscored Uganda's acceptance of refugees from across Africa as a testament to Pan-Africanism, solidarity and the embodiment of the principle of Ubuntu by Ugandans. While committing to sustained support for refugees, the president appealed to the international community to assist countries hosting refugees, acknowledge the substantial cost it incurs.
However, we wish to point out that in our willingness to host refugees, we face resource constraints when it comes to looking after their welfare within our borders. Enormous strain has been placed on our meager economic resources. The refugees come with understandable human needs for feeding, clothing, shelter, clean water, and water for production, education, and skills.
His Majesty Abdullah II Ibn al-Hussein, the King of Jordan, urged the world to address the Israel-Palestine conflict in Gaza as a two-state issue. The Prime Minister is leading Uganda's delegation to this crucial forum on behalf of President Yoweri Museveni. The Global Refugee Forum 2023 marks the world's largest congregation in support of refugees and their host nations. This forum presents a pivotal opportunity to build upon the strides made by states and stakeholders in realizing the objectives of the global impact on refugees and the associated pledges and initiatives announced since the inaugural forum in 2019.
The Speaker of Parliament, Anita Among, has strongly criticized National Unity Platform President Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu for his claim that each legislator received a bribe of 100 million shillings to pass the 3.5 trillion shillings supplementary budget. Among accused Kyagulanyi of attempting to divert attention after allegedly receiving funding from individuals associated with the LGBTQ+ community. She cautioned him against dragging Parliament into these issues.
During a press conference at Makerere, Kavule on November 12, 2023, National Unity Platform President Robert Kyagulanyi Ssentamu asserted to journalists that each member of Parliament was offered a 100 million shilling bribe for the passage of the 3.5 trillion shilling supplementary budget. In response to these allegations, Speaker Anita Among vehemently rebuked Kyagulanyi, suggesting he was deflecting blame after reportedly receiving support from individuals associated with LGBT community.
I want to request you people, before you come up with such an allegation, you must be able to substantiate. You cannot just go, because this is the forum where you should come and talk. You go to the public, you go to the media and start talking all of that. If you're covering your dirt on homosexuality, you're getting money on homosexuality, and you're covering your dirt, don't use this house to cover it.
On December 6, 2023, Parliament approved the 3.5 trillion shilling supplementary funding allocated for various government sectors, including State House, the President's Office, and the Health Ministry. The Speaker highlighted that the supplementary schedule presented by the Ministry of Finance did not include provisions for the Parliamentary Commission.
But Right Honourable Speaker and Honourable Members, with me here, I have a schedule, a supplementary schedule, one for financial year 2023-24, which was laid to this House by Minister of Finance, a copy here.
Does it have Parliamentary Commission?
Madam Speaker and Honourable Members, we don't have Parliamentary Commission in this schedule.
Maybe just for information, all the money that comes to members of Parliament comes through Parliamentary Commission.
Ignatius Mudimi, the Vice Chairperson of the Budget Committee, alongside other legislators, refuted Chagulanyi's claims and urged the Speaker to hold accountable those responsible for spreading false rumors.
So it would be better if it pleases you, Right Honourable Speaker, that the information which is attributed to one of the members of Parliament be invited to the House.
I feel that we should definitely humble ourselves. Let's talk with evidence.
Shamim Naiga and Gloria Gwitabinji, Parliament.
The Ugandan government and the management team of Speak Hotel Munyonyo have provided assurance to members of the non-aligned movement and North-South that the civil works in and around this summit center will conclude by early January 2024. This affirmation was convened during a briefing to the advance teams of participating countries currently convened at Speak Hotel Munyonyo. The teams conducted inspections of accommodation, conference and residential facilities.
The visiting advance teams and the local organizing committee members for the non-aligned movement and North-South summits visited Entebbe International Airport on Tuesday, 12th December 2023. From Entebbe, the teams then headed to Speak Munyonyo Hotel. At Munyonyo, the dignitaries had a guided tour of the facilities, starting with the accommodation wings.
And with the addition of Speak Resort Convention Center, we are adding 13 more halls. And the biggest hall will be able to seat 4,000 guests.
They also toured around the convention center, which is currently still under construction.
We have done countless events in the past at the resort, including Commonwealth Head of States event, African Union, Smart Partnership, Solidarity Summit.
With the above experience, the managers of Speak Hotel Munyonyo are optimistic that they are up to the task of January 2024.
In addition to the main hall and the gallery, we have 13 more rooms in the convention center. 8 rooms on lower ground floor, 160 square meter each, and 4 rooms on first floor.
Besides hosting the summit conferences, Munyonyo will also accommodate a section of high-end dignitaries, including presidents. For this case, side rooms for meetings and other engagements will also be availed to those in need.
Rooms assigned for bilaterals, there have been rooms assigned for offices, there have been rooms assigned for one-on-one meetings.
Both local and international media practitioners will be availed with a fully fledged working station at Munyonyo.
So this is more likely will be the media center, 2026. This more likely will be the media center over here. It will be set up in a marquee, which will be, which would have side flaps, which would have flooring, lights, LED screens, PA system. And it's close to the convention center as well, and we are told the marquee will also have a live feed being provided by the Uganda broadcast, the telecast service.
According to the statutory plans, the drive-in of dignitaries at Munyonyo will be only limited to a few cases.
We don't intend to drive in principals because we don't want to cause a congestion. At the drop-off point, we think if there is any person that requires to be driven in, we shall only allow in one vehicle, but we are requesting that that should really be a special request, because we avoid congesting the place since we'll be having so many people coming into the conference area. Now, that is for people, for the principals that will be residing in the resort.
For the delegation was, however, concerned about the slow pace of the construction of the conference center.
That before we held the summit, the works will be done.
You see, it's a 3-year project. We are finishing in 1. So next 4 weeks, you'll see a lot of changes. It will be done. Simple as that.
Major, as we call, concrete work is over. We are at the finishing stage, and when we walked around, you saw yourself, we are putting the lights, we are putting the sound equipment, we are finishing the floors. Most of the places on the lower ground floor, the doors have been fit, the lights have been fit, air conditions have been fit. We are by end of this week, we'll start putting the carpet on lower ground floor.
Mnyanya Summit Hotel has been under facelift for the past 7 months, and as of now, all works within and outside are at 90% completion. Robert Onyango, UBC News.
Merchandise went up in flames as a cargo bus caught fire along the Kisoro-Chanika Road in Chahi Sub-County, Kisoro District. Kisoro District's Community Horizon Officer, SP Boaz Adnaitwe, cited overheating brake pads as the cause of the fire that engulfed the cargo bus, registered as UAK 206G, which was en route from Kampala to Goma in DRC this morning.
The unfortunate event occurred on the Kisoro-Chanika Road involving the 60-year-old bus driver identified as Sulaiman Joraga. SP Boaz Arinaitwe highlighted that the bus was bound for Goma, DRC, passing through Chanika in Uganda, emphasizing the importance of regular mechanical checkups for long journeys.
Now, when it reached at that place, the cause of using brakes all the time, the trailer in here in Kisoro is not favoring those trucks. You must use brakes most of the time. So I think he had braked for a long time. When it reached at Rubagabaga, just fire broke out in the behind offside tire. Not good. It needs now vehicles which are applying this on the same road, especially these transit goods, they should be taken to garages.
The chairperson of LC3, Chahi Sub-County Richard Nsabimana, recounted hearing a tire burst sound, prompting his swift response to find the bus engulfed in flames.
So iyo nkuru namaje kuyumva nari natereye polisi ziri kwirukanka niko kuzana imodoka yo kuzimya. So imodoka barangije kuyizimya nubwo harimo ibyononekaye, byinshi byononekaye ariko harimo bikeya byagiye bitarafata umuriro.
Residents from surrounding areas including Karangara, Robert from Budaharana, Cell, collaborated using soil and water to douse the fire before the police fire brigade arrived at the scene. The bus remained at the scene pending police investigations into the cause of the fire.
The Ministry of Transport will conduct a National Road Safety Week 2023 starting tomorrow to raise awareness of key behavioral factors for road safety in the country. Winston Katushabe, the Commissioner for Transport Regulation and Safety at the Ministry of Works, emphasizes the focus on checkpoints for effective monitoring of road users to reduce indiscipline. He states that with collective effort, road carnages can be reduced, although police reports indicate that 12 deaths occur daily. We have details.
Police have revealed that cyclists, pedestrians and motorcycles account for 80% of road crashes resulting from overspeeding and drink driving, which impairs decision-making on the road. At least 12 lives are lost daily due to road crashes attributed to human error. The police conduct weekly operations and collect biometrics, including fingerprints, to establish a database of errant drivers under the influence of alcohol.
And this puts all road users at high risk of injury or death. So it does not only pose danger to the driver or to the person who is affected, but also other road users on the roads.
The police continue their effort to issue stickers promoting road safety adherence and engage with the media on these matters.
For example, messages like speed kills, messages like go slow, your family is waiting, all have been in place and issued to different drivers on roads.
The Ministry of Works and Transport encourages the public to remain conscious of their movements in public transportation while discouraging the tinting of public service vehicles.
So those who are using tints and the car, I can join you in that fight. If public service vehicles are using tinted glasses, that's illegal. And therefore people should be charged in courts of law so that the public, and we have reasons for this. What are you hiding in your tinted car if it's a public service vehicle? All the passengers should be seen aboard.
Meanwhile, the police have heightened the use of CCTV and speed guns to regulate traffic, emphasizing the importance of wearing seatbelts and avoiding distractions while driving.
For example, sending a text message, talking on mobile phones, sometimes using the navigation system, eating, and many others.
The Road Safety Advocacy Coalition has supported the review of policies and the crafting of laws aimed at regulating traffic order.
With civil society playing their part, being an important source of information for the community and as well as government, ensuring that government is accountable to whatever they decide or put in place, not just developing laws and having them shelved. So it is their responsibility to hold these governments accountable, but they also help to push for the achievement of the various road safety policies and initiatives. So if there is a quiet and nothing is happening, civil society then comes in to shake those tables.
Although efforts to maintain law and order on the roads are evident, the police report a limited number of traffic officers to enforce policies.
Sir Commissioner, we have a population of around 900 traffic officers in Kampala. Look at the vehicles in Kampala. Look at the motorcycles in Kampala. There are very many. So we must also understand what we must do. And as far as road safety is concerned, don't wait for a traffic officer. What have we witnessed on the roads?
The Ministry of Transport and Works will conduct the National Safety Week 2023 under the theme, Stay Aware, Stay Alive, Road Safety for All, geared towards raising awareness of the key behavior factors for road safety. Ivan Kahwa and Rogers Komagum, UBC News.
Serial killer Musa Musasizi has been sentenced to over 100 years in prison after pleading guilty to the murder of 4 girlfriends and a 3-month-old baby. High Court Judge Margaret Mutonyi handed down this extensive sentence as a deterrent, citing the gravity of Musasizi's criminal conduct. He murdered the 5 victims by setting them ablaze, and the judge emphasized that this sentencing should serve as a stern warning to potential perpetrators.
The victims, Mutesi Elizabeth, Kansime Violet Akik, and a 3-month-old baby Nachitende Abigail, Nabidie Noreen, and Hereza McLean, were all residents of Muzomba Zone in Nankurabye, Lubaga Division, Kampala District. Musa Musasi is also a resident of the same village, was apprehended by police following their murders. Musasi's arrest on March 3, 2021 led to his trial at High Court Criminal Division in Kampala before Judge Margaret Mutonyi. However, in a recent development, Musa Musasi changed his plea of not guilty to guilty through a plea bargain, admitting the murders of the 5 victims. In the sentencing, Judge Margaret Mutonyi imposed a 35-year imprisonment for the murder of Kansime Violet Akik and a 3-month-old baby Nachitende Abigail, highlighting Musasi's lack of remorse for killing the mother and her innocent daughter.
I have observed that not only young women are at a risk with him out there, but also young children, including his own daughter, making him a very dangerous serial killer. I can describe his conduct as extremely wicked, shockingly evil and vile.
Judge Mutoni further sentenced Musa Musasizi to 30 years in prison for the murder of Nabidi and Lauryn in Nankurabie, emphasizing the message it should convey to potential offenders.
It's the duty of this court to condemn criminal conduct by meting out punishments that are deterrent. And where the offender has become a serial killer, like in the instant case, retribution is very necessary by punishing offenders who unlawfully with malice aforethought murder others in cold blood. He has to be held accountable for his heinous crime.
Regarding the murder of Mutes Elizabeth, his girlfriend, whom he also set ablaze, the court sentenced him to 40 years in prison. Considering the gruesome nature of Musa Musasizi's crimes, setting victims on fire post-murder, the anguish faced by the families of the deceased, the 3 weeks duration to the offences, and the value of each life lost, the court ordered those sentences to run conservatively for each case.
In the result, I direct that he serves the sentences, and finally in this one, HCT 00CR-CS 225 of 2022, cumulatively or consecutively.
Judge Margaret Mutoni also expressed that while Musa Musasizi's plea of guilty spared court time and resources, his erroneous actions necessitates his isolation from society for murdering innocent women and a baby.
Unfortunately, the story of Musasizi is not a fiction, but based on the true story. For the above reasons, he deserves to be out of circulation for some good time as a security measure for the vulnerable young women.
The court record indicates that Musa Musasizi is already serving a 30-year sentence for murdering his girlfriend Hereza McLean, a sentence handed down earlier this year. Musa Musasizi is now to serve a sentence of 130 years imprisonment for murdering 4 women and 3-month-old baby. Deborah Namamonde, UBC News.
UBC News Tonight. Now, in more news, the State Minister for Tourism and Antiquities, Martin Mugara, has encouraged the business community, both operating in Uganda and the Democratic Republic of Congo, to remain calm and work together with security organs in fighting the allied democratic forces.
The minister was commissioning Elite Peak Hotel in Mpondwe, Lubiriha Town Council, Kasese District. He said the president is committed in ensuring that security is guaranteed to all the business community from the two countries.
Amen. I will ask you to unveil the deliberate move by His Excellency the President, because this is a border community. We have some challenges across, but you can see, and want to thank the government of DRC for having allowed us go deploy UPDF to see that we stabilize security here. And what we're encouraging the community members, and something they're already doing, is to collaborate and give information to the security people, such that this place remains secure. Like I said, tourism is an enemy of insecurity. The two don't work together.
On the point of wild animals from Queen Elizabeth National Park conflicting with the communities, the minister said government has secured funds to construct an electric fence.
We're already going to start an extension of the fence, starting from Katwe, then finally we'll cross over until we get to the border. So it is something that we're working on, and we have the funding to do that.
The Minister for Kampala Affairs, State Kabuye Chofatogabye, advised all business communities not to fragment their business among the children.
You people, stop dividing land. Stop dividing your businesses. As you die, you make wheels, and then you start chopping. And the card, chief card, please here. You must also add just a bit. You know the contrast. And the Quran teaches us technology and modernity. Now modernity, get all the businesses, be just a company. All watoto yetu wote watakuwa just shareholders, and they divide the shares, the outcomes of the what? The business.
The State Minister for ICT and National Guidance, Godfrey Kabyanga, encouraged the Congolese to invest in Uganda.
It's good we have come, because now you are going to reassure people
and mainly our brothers who might be fearing to come and invest, those ones mainly who stay in Congo, to come and invest here.
Civil society organizations have asked the general public to be on the lookout for perpetrators of child marriages and early pregnancies during this festive season. In the conclusion of the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence, they also asked the relevant institutions to enhance protection measures and implementation of laws to apprehend the culprits. They also want government to put up separate rehabilitation centers for young victims of child marriages and early pregnancies.
It's the responsibility of all adults, regardless of whether they are parents, caretakers, uncles, aunties, mothers, fathers, grandparents, neighbors, police, local council leaders, or community members to protect children from defilement and child marriage.
Government should prioritize survivor-centered services to victims and survivors of child marriage and teenage pregnancies. And for the public, should speak out when they see or hear anyone procuring child marriage. The Parliament of Uganda should prioritize passing of gender-responsive laws like the Sexual Offences Bill.
Uganda has laws and policies that describe punishments for child marriage, rape and defilement. These include the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda, the Penal Code Act, Children's Act, and the Anti-Female Genital Mutilation Act.
To the courts of law, priority should be given to the cases of sexual violence like defilement and rape, such that the perpetrators are tried and charged. Victims attain justice and case backlog is eliminated.
UBC News Tonight takes a very short break, but return with more stories after these messages.
Metu Bus Industries, Namamve, the manufacturers of buses for transporters, schools, tour operators, and special purpose vans and any customized vehicle. Metu Bus Industries offers a range of buses known for safety, comfort, and reliability. Depending on your needs, a bus can simply be a point A to point B people mover with just seats, or a special design that includes power outlet, Wi-Fi, television, refreshment center, and any other specification. Buy your buses from Metu and support industrialization of Uganda. Contact us on 0788 118586 or 0782 030303. Email us metuafricabus@gmail.com. Visit our website www.metubusafrica.com.
Meet Brian Namanya, a visionary and a game changer whose team at Tubayo is breathing new life into domestic tourism by curating exciting yet affordable experiences for Ugandans and foreigners to enjoy. With the help of technology, Brian is showing us all the immense potential out there. Those who know Brian know him as a serial entrepreneur who's always been challenging the status quo and won't stop now. Brian, we're in your corner. You are unstoppable. MTN, the Unstoppable Network, celebrates you. Visit www.tubayo.com and together, let's support Ugandans like Brian, who are driving our country's unstoppable progress.
In this family, we can't agree on anything.
Martha.
We can't even agree on what to watch. All the games to play.
Martha.
Ndowoza Mulabi, we can't even agree on what to eat. At least the one thing for now we can all agree on is the soap to use. He likes that it's big and lasts long. Anti-economy. I like that it keeps my skin smooth. Ate alina echovu. And the children like that. It smells amazing. Everyone is happy. Movit soap comes in 4 fantastic flavors. Movit family soap is truly soap for the whole family.
Movit. All day confidence.
Sebo.
Yes?
This is the bill.
What?
Malaria testing, 10,000. Treatment, 100,000 since we put on drip.
Hey, Musao, can you read this for me? Before I brought my wife here, I'd already spent money on buying herbal medicine and drugs from the pharmacy, which didn't work.
But Sebo, the government gave out mosquito nets. Doesn't your family use them?
We got the mosquito nets, but they got holes and we didn't know what to do.
Protect your loved ones from malaria. Sew your mosquito nets whenever they get damaged to keep the mosquitoes away. Ensure all nets are tied up every morning to avoid damaging them. Ensure that everyone in your family sleeps under a treated mosquito net every night, whether it is a cold or hot season. Together, we can chase malaria out of Uganda. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health with support from Global Fund.
No malaria will catch.
Are you passionate about a healthy living and wealth generation for your household? Learn how you can easily tap wealth and health from Mother Nature using science and technology. Omukenkufu Nyanzi Julius Echuma Chiwagala Chuma has written a knowledge-packed book, Money Grows on Trees, Sente Zimera Committee. Grab your copy today at 20,000 shillings only at Prof Bio Research Equatorial Mall, Aristoc Booklex branches, Acacia Mall, Garden City, Kampala Road, and Jumia, Uganda. Or call 0703 152 152 for deliveries. Remember, Money Grows on Trees, Sente Zimera Committee book is autographed by Omukenkufu Nyanzi Julius himself.
At Timex Nutrition Center, we advise you on the right foods to eat, exercise profile to adopt, and lifestyle strategies which are compatible to your blood group and genotype. This empowers your body to prevent and treat many diseases like diabetes, blood pressure, arthritis, ulcers, obesity, and many others. For more information, find us at our head office in Kampala on Nassa Road, Conrad Plaza, 2nd floor, or call 0758 819 952 or 0778 288 361. We also have other branches in Bara and Jinja.
Welcome back from that break. We're glad that you're still with us here on UBC News Tonight. Now, in more news this evening, the Uganda Communications Commission proudly announces the recognition of 14 outstanding winners in the second phase of the Content Development Support Program. The primary objective of this program is to foster the growth of Ugandan audio-visual content. A total of 168 projects vied for support across various genres, encompassing feature films, animations, TV dramas, short films, and documentaries. Take a look. Now, Wilson Kanjwenje, chairperson of the Defense and Internal Affairs Committee, and Nyabushozi MP cautioned parents about encouraging their children to pursue courses with limited market value, citing these as significant contributors to unemployment. He addressed attendees at the Apex University graduation in Wakiso, Nkwoye.
Apex International University in Nkowe, Wakiso District, celebrated the graduation of students from the university and Makerere Institute of Technology.
In information technology of MIT. God bless you.
Over 300 students graduated, with Wilson Kanywenje, the chairperson of the Parliamentary Defense and Internal Affairs Committee, and Nyapshozi MP, urging parents to guide their children towards pursuing marketable courses as a solution to combat unemployment.
Let me say this. The world where we are, and Uganda as a country, world is not looking for degree and diploma certificates. That is a big no. We are looking for problem solvers.
Kanywenje commended the Ugandan government, particularly the Ministry of Education, for implementing a new curriculum aimed at resolving this issue.
Transformed curriculum of education. It's no longer the theoretical curriculum of education. It's no longer the curriculum that we inherited from colonialists. It is that curriculum of education that emphasizes practicals, that emphasizes creativity, that emphasizes solving problems of your society. You're welcome to that curriculum.
Eric Kajina, founder and chairperson of both universities, highlighted their approach of teaching subjects aligned with real-life applications, thereby reducing the need for job hunting among the graduates.
The head of ICT, when the computer gets a problem, he takes the laptop to NASA load. For someone, drop out P7, P4 to repair the laptop of the head of faculty of ICT. We need to change the way we impart knowledge to the coming generation.
He generously offered all graduates the opportunity to advance their degrees at no cost.
All students have graduated from Makerere Institute of Technology with 100% full bursaries for your degrees.
The graduates shared their excitement about their future prospects.
I hope to achieve more after this diploma, like a degree or anything else.
The Lord has made this day for me. It has not been easy in pursuing this diploma.
The National Drug Authority emphasized the pivotal role of taxi drivers in leading the campaign against drug and substance abuse. They urged drivers to refrain from purchasing drugs from unlicensed hawkers and highlighted the perils of self-medication. This directive came forth during a comprehensive sensitization meeting on drug and substance abuse organized by the National Drug Authority at the Gaddafi Mosque Main Conference Hall in Kampala.
Amidst the festive Christmas and end-of-year season, Ugandans, especially taxi drivers, were strongly encouraged to champion the fight against drug and substance abuse. The focus was on avoiding buying drugs from unlicensed hawkers in taxi parks and being mindful of the hazards associated with self-medication. Various substances such as alcohol, marijuana, unregulated energy drinks, kuba, mairungi, shisha, cigarettes and cocaine, among others, were highlighted as substances impacting drivers, potentially leading to accidents. This enlightenment occurred during a one-day sensitization meeting held at the Gaddafi Mosque Main Conference Hall, organized by the National Drug Authority, especially for taxi operators under the Uganda Taxi Operations Federation, UTOF.
One of the issues that has come out clear is that there's a lot of misuse of medicines, including self-medication. We all know that self-medication is one of the biggest problems we are struggling with as a country. And needless to say, these people of ours are also part of the problem.
In a bid to sensitize taxi drivers, more especially this season where there is a lot of tension when it comes to transport. Everyone is rushing to the village, others are coming from the village to towns. So you find that we need to protect the lives of Ugandans.
Rashid Sekindi, Chairman Ofutov commended NDA for their efforts in sensitization and urged future sessions to be conducted directly in taxi parks and stages for greater reach.
We thank NDA for responding to our request for this training.
Furthermore, the drivers pledged their support to supplement NDA enforcement staff in field operations against illegal drug outlets. I'm Nafka Farida and Juko Collins.
Metu Bus Industries, Namamve, the manufacturers of buses for transporters, schools, tour operators, and special purpose vans and any customized vehicle. Metu Bus Industries offers a range of buses known for safety, comfort, and reliability. Depending on your needs, a bus can simply be a point A to point B people mover with just seats, or a special design that includes power outlet, Wi-Fi, television, refreshment center, and any other specification. Buy your buses from Metu and support industrialization of Uganda. Contact us on 0788 118586 or 0782 030303. Email us metuafricabus@gmail.com. Visit our website www.metubusafrica.com.
Meet Brian Namanya, a visionary and a game changer whose team at Tubayo is breathing new life into domestic tourism by curating exciting yet affordable experiences for Ugandans and foreigners to enjoy. With the help of technology, Brian is showing us all the immense potential out there. Those who know Brian know him as a serial entrepreneur who's always been challenging the status quo and won't stop now. Brian, we're in your corner. You are unstoppable. MTN, the Unstoppable Network, celebrates you. Visit www.tubayo.com and together, let's support Ugandans like Brian, who are driving our country's unstoppable progress.
Wait, Titus, you need to take your medicine.
But Mom, they are playing without me.
Here, swallow your medicine fast. I don't want you to get another headache from that infection.
Medicines help us feel better when we are ill, but sometimes they can cause side effects. By reporting side effects, you help us learn about the medicine we use. This improves quality of care for each patient. Always report suspected side effects to NDA. Together, we can make medicines safer for everyone. This message is brought to you by National Drug Authority with support from Global Fan.
I got it.
What do you mean you got it? Have you won a lottery?
Yes, this is kind of like a lottery to me.
Let me see. But these are your receipts now.
Yes, exactly my point. See, I had tax areas that had accumulated for a while now, and I was burdened by the penalties and the interest. But guess what? All I had to do was to pay my principal tax, and now I'm free.
What?
Yes.
How? I mean, it's impossible.
It is possible. The government has done it. Yes, the government has given a chance to all taxpayers to pay their outstanding principal tax that accrued until 30th of June with no interest or penalties.
But now they're really
imagine, yes. So yeah, all you have to do is simply pay your principal tax and enjoy the waiver on penalties and interest, and this goes up to the end of December 2023.
How do I do that to also enjoy the waiver?
All you have to do is simply pay your principal tax to benefit from waiver on interests and penalties that runs till end of December 2023. Pay your outstanding principal tax using the available payment channels, or simply dial *285# or visit the nearest URA office for guidance before 31st December 2023. Remember, This chance comes only once.
Uganda Revenue Authority, developing Uganda together.
Welcome back from that break. Now, Chira Motors is witnessing a surge in orders for both diesel and electric buses. This development marks a major shift in the company's strategy and highlights the country's growing appetite for sustainable transportation solutions. Chira Motors enters the electric vehicle market with its Ayola EV bus a few years ago, and since then the company has grown. Their innovative electric bus model boasts a range of up to 350 kilometers on a single charge, making it ideal for urban transportation. Now, our reporters paid the manufacturing plant in Nakasongola a visit and filed this report.
Chira Motors production hub in Nakasongola is buzzing with activity. The team is working around the clock to fulfill 28 bus orders comprising a mix of diesel and electric. This production hub will soon be complemented by the plant in Jinja nearing completion. In the body shop, we found skilled workers assembling bus frames, focusing on precision and balance. At every stage here, engineers transform detailed blueprints into tangible marvels.
It takes us an average of about, right now, 3 weeks from start to finish of a bus. Yeah, but of course that doesn't mean that you only produce one bus every 3 weeks, you know. As you've seen, there are many buses online, so 3 weeks is just the time it takes to produce a bus, but other buses can be produced after those 3 weeks.
This intricate dance between design and reality unfolds before our eyes.
Aspect of building a bus. So over and above the precision which you've seen, we have other specifications of the material we use. So for example, the quality or the type of material we use is automotive grade material. So that material, of course, under different heat conditions will not easily bend when you're welding. So the material we have on the market, for example, which they use to make like windows and doors for houses, can easily bend or lose its form when you're doing different operations like what we are doing here, like welding. So we use really that special type of steel. We also use the special type of welding. For example, this is what we call MIG welding.
Safety is a priority at the manufacturing process. Advanced technology is used to simulate impacts, ensuring buses can withstand accidents.
Each of the buses is produced. It is subjected to what we call static and dynamic tests. Static tests are tests that we conduct while the bus is in one place. Are all the windows working? Are all the shifters working? Are all buttons working? Are all electricals working? After that, and we are satisfied that the customer will equally be satisfied, we move on to what we call dynamic tests. We have been fortunate that Lauryn Industries has quite a vast expanse of land and different facilities. Subject our buses to both real life situations and controlled.
The company is driven by the global objective to reduce carbon emissions by 45% by 2030 and achieve net zero emissions by 2050. This commitment is reflected in their plans to install 1,500 electric chargers across East Africa within the next 5 years.
So we are going to have a number of chargers that are going to be configured and installed in different locations as a pilot. But Chira Motors is not only going to be the only player in the charging infrastructure business, because we are interested in other partners from the private sector and other technology partners from all over the world to come and partner with us, because without the charging systems being sufficient to support the cars on the road, it will be very hard to adopt the electric vehicle technology. So right now we are in a phase where we are testing 9 of these first chargers that are going to be deployed this year, and then even next year we shall keep on adding.
The story of Chira Motors is one that is still being written, but one that promises to be etched in Uganda's books of history. Sharon Chomdisha, UBC News in Nakasongola.
Over 500 youth benefiting and more are expected to be absorbed in the Work Readiness Program. The initiative, spearheaded by Netball and private sector foundation, seeks to boost the ingenuity of the graduate youth entering the competitive and equally demanding job market annually.
Uganda continues to seek ways of addressing youth unemployment challenges. Statistics from the National Planning Authority shows that at least 700,000 young Ugandans join the workforce ready for employment annually. But less than 500,000 of these are absorbed in the limited vacancies in the formal and informal job market.
We have a database online system where they apply and we get all their requirements. At the same time, even the companies that we intend to place them also apply on the system and we get their particulars. So when these graduates apply, they are pre-screened before we go ahead to place them to companies, and we pre-screen them because we are taking only graduates that have been in out of their campuses for a period of 1 to 2 years.
But even for those who are lucky to be absorbed, there are often concerns on their resourcefulness due to the glaring disparities between the theory learnt at school and the practicability needed at work. To help prepare the youthful graduates for competitive employment, Enabel and Private Sector Foundation Uganda, with support from MasterCard Foundation, are implementing the Work Readiness Program.
They're taken through the soft skills training for a period of 5 days. We orient them as well, and they are trained by 2 consultants that were procured by Private Sector Foundation Uganda, Friends Consult, and MOOBS, that is Makerere University Business School. They are trained. After that training, they are kept in the system.
So far, 500 youth have benefited from the initiative and have been absorbed by up to 30 organizations in the sectors of manufacturing, agro-processing, construction, tourism, and information communication and technology.
The program aims to reach around 400,000 young people and create 250,000 dignified and fulfilling jobs. And sustainability of those grassroots organizations, because at the end of the day, as we do locally led development, those grassroots, that's the heart.
They are really also changing in terms of skill, in terms of experience, so there is that constant follow-up that is needed. I've talked about that more especially the small companies, small and medium, they have appetite for this program more compared to the outstanding companies.
Through the partnership, the private sector body pays 80% of the salaries, whereas the benefiting organization pays the remaining 20%.
Now into the world of sports. Following prolonged administrative disputes that led to the resignation of the Netball president, the national netball team has resumed training under the guidance of new assistant head coach Nordine Kato. The team is gearing up for the Wales Test Series scheduled for the 10th of next month in Wales. The She Cranes made a mark at the recently concluded Netball World Cup in South Africa, emerging as the top performing African country. Post-Wales, the team is set to participate in the Vitality Nations Cup in England, where Australia, New Zealand, England and Uganda will compete.
any type of injury at yet.
The girls so far are good, the training is going up well. The girls are peaking every day and are changing every day. And I know by the time our training, we finish the training, the girls will be in good shape. But so far the girls are doing well. Obviously every coach, this is what they want, or we want. So being under Coach Mugerwa, it's a dream come true. And Coach Mugerwa, this is the second time I'm working under Coach Mugerwa. Even at State Council, I'm working under him. So he's not new to me because I know him, he knows me well. So we are working hand in hand, we are good.
It's a very good thing, and to think that they go and represent Uganda out there. I mean, they play our Ugandan music. That means they choose what songs to play. That's huge for us as Ugandans. So, I mean, music and sports when they come together, it's an amazing thing.
UBC News Tonight has come to an end. Thank you so much for your company. Do enjoy much more of UBC's programming. More so tonight's Behind the Headlines. They'll be discussing much more about the 3.5 trillion supplementary funding, so you do not want to miss that out. I'm Lauryn Masika Kazimoto and my colleague Elizabeth Nakaponi. We wish you a blessed night.
UBC, inspiring Uganda. (1950s) and early 1960s non-aligned movement. The countries of the non-aligned movement represent nearly 2/3 of the United Nations members and contain 55% of the world's population. Membership is particularly concentrated in countries considered to be developing countries, although the non-aligned movement also has a number of developed countries. Gained the most traction in 1950s and early 1960s when the international policy of non-alignment achieved major success in decolonization disarmament.
tugenda kwentebe resort beach omuli Africa band alien skin n'abayimbi abaliko era boxing day balasa Shiba kwa Kamwesi
Shiba Karungi, and I'm calling you out on Boxing Day at Kamwesi Mall.
abayimbi abalala bangi asitano mu December tugenda kwa Sheraton Gardens Radio for UG Mix Dance Party Dr. Jesse Chameleon Big Size Baby Cool Shiba Karungi n'abalala bangi asatu mu December Masindi tugenda kwa Radio 7 UG Mix Dance Party lumu January 2024 tweyiwa ku Resort Beach Entebbe olwo lumu January era tugenda kwa Africa band kwa Kamwesi kati gwomanyi gy'onaagenda bitugikibwa Mighty Group Limited bitedwa mu sente Leonard Contractors no worries but I'm sounds Mighty Group
Here you go MTN. UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Come and shine in Blascone Paint and win the Twake edition. Buy Blascone Paint worth 100,000 shillings. Get a scratch card and SMS the code to 7197. Not only will you win instant airtime, but you could take home 1 million shillings daily, a share of 4 million shillings each week, or a brand new motorbike with fuel worth 100,000 shillings. Terms and conditions apply. Blascone, color your world.
appetizers. You need to take your medicine.
But Mom, they are playing without me.
Here, swallow your medicine fast. I don't want you to get another headache from that infection.
Medicines help us feel better when we are ill, but sometimes they can cause side effects. By reporting side effects, you help us learn about the medicine we use. This improves quality of care for each patient. Always report suspected side effects to NDA. Together, we can make medicines safer for everyone. This message is brought to you by National Drug Authority with support from Global Fan.
I got it.
What do you mean you got it? Have you won a lottery?
Yes, this is kind of like a lottery to me.
Let me see. But these are URA receipts now.
Yes, exactly my point. See, I had tax areas that had accumulated for a while now, and I was burdened by the penalties and the interest. But guess what? All I had to do was to pay my principal tax, and now I'm free. Yes. How? I mean, it's impossible. Possible. The government has done it. Yes, the government has given a chance to all taxpayers to pay their outstanding principal tax that accrued until 30th of June with no interest or penalties.
But now they're really
imagine. Yes. So, yeah. All you have to do is simply pay your principal tax and enjoy the waiver on penalties and interest. And this was up to the end of December 2023.
How do I do that to also enjoy the waiver?
All you have to do is simply pay your principal tax to benefit from waiver on interests and penalties that runs till end of December 2023. Pay your outstanding principal tax using the available payment channels, or simply dial *285# or visit the nearest URA office for guidance before 31st December 2023. Remember, this chance comes only once.
Uganda Revenue Authority, developing Uganda together.
Are you passionate about a healthy living and wealth generation for your household? Learn how you can easily tap wealth and health from Mother Nature using science and technology. Omukenkufu Nyanzi Julius Echuma Chiwagala Chuma has written a knowledge-packed book, Money Grows on Trees, Sente Zimera Committee. Grab your copy today at 20,000 shillings only at Prof Bioresearch Equatorial Mall, Aristoc Booklex branches, Acacia Mall, Garden City, Kampala Road, and Jula, Uganda. Or call 0703-152-152 for deliveries. Remember, Money Grows on Trees. Sente Zimera Committee book is autographed by Omukenkufu Nyanzi Julius himself.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Welcome to Super Soul Sisters. I am your host, Lauryn Masika Kazimoto, and today I have a very young and talented Super Soul sister who is going to inspire all of you, many young souls that are watching today. She is an actress and she has achieved very much on her journey as an actress. She's going to share with us how that has been, how her childhood has been, and I hope that you can relate with her since she's a young soul, and she has so much that she is going to tell us. But before that, I would like to thank the people hosting us here, our Daughter Exclusive that has beautiful furniture. Please come and check it out. It is very unique furniture, very elegant, that can make your home look very classy and very comfortable to be in. So without any further ado, let us dive in with Patience. How are you?
I'm okay.
You're most welcome.
Thank you, Lorna.
Yes.
Yeah.
Could you tell our viewers about yourself?
Dear viewers, my name is Patience Kunde Akiki, and yeah, I'm an actress. I'm a super soul sister.
That's amazing.
I'm delighted to be here. Really.
That is good.
Yeah.
So our viewers want to know your journey.
Well, like I've told you, I'm Patience Kunda Kiki, and I am Toro by tribe. And I was born in Fort Portal in it's now a district, but by then it wasn't a district. It's now Bunyangabo district.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm born to Mr. Simwe Stephen and Miss Kemgisa Elizabeth. Yeah, we are 2, and I'm the firstborn.
Really? There's just 2 children?
Yes.
2 girls or?
No, me and a boy.
Are you the firstborn?
Yes, I'm the firstborn, followed by a boy.
How was it like growing in such a small family?
Well, it was beautiful, but also at some point, I think it makes you grow faster than you should.
Yes.
Because now for me, since he's young and I am 7 years older than him, so most of the time I was in school and then he was at home, and then when I'm at home, he's at school because of the age difference. Yeah, so the classes were really
far apart.
Far apart. Yeah, so at some point it was lonely, and then you had to figure out a way of how to, you know, to figure out things by yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, so that made me kind of like grow faster. Yeah.
How's your relationship like with your parents growing up?
It was beautiful.
Yes.
Because, you know, being a first child and a daughter, yeah, you find that it is so protective. They're very protective of you, and then they love you very much. So for me, it was beautiful.